Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Tuesday afternoon. It is August the 13th as time just marches on, and we need to be doing everything we can that we're able to prepare for 2025, because the closer we get to it, the more that I believe we are going to be under some other kind of rule. And I mean it. I just have a feeling. I really do. As we get closer, I'm just saying, we just need to do what we can. Circle the wagons right now. Start making preparations, to doing the things that maybe we've been putting off. Okay. It'll be here before we know it. I have a good passage that I will share here towards the end of the video that will definitely uplift you, though. So stay tuned for that. That is good news. I was reading over an article about a former business owner, small business owner in southern Minnesota, and what she experienced under then Governor Tim Walz. And I tell you, people, this if that's any indication of what will be vice president, we're in trouble. And it's alarming. And we need to prepare, do all we can to prepare for it. This lady, now this is a woman-owned, a female-owned small business that was in good shape, operating in southern Minnesota. Sounded like a restaurant, I'm not sure, but from the article. But this happened back in 2020 when the lockdown mandates / orders were being meted out by governors. And this lady, basically, she was jailed for 90 days for defying the orders. Among other things. That's just one thing. The jail sentence was one thing. That was probably the easiest thing. Well, maybe not the easiest thing, but one of the things she had to endure. I'll back up a minute. So she had started this business, and lockdowns came, and she's always followed the rule of law. She was very clear about how doing everything the right way, law-abiding. And basically, they shut down her restaurant and destroyed it. Small business. When the orders came down for the shutdown, they came down like a hammer on small businesses, yet the big box stores, your Walmarts, your Home Depots, of the like, were not touched. They were allowed to stay open. They also went after churches, we know. Now, this is the same guy now that basically let Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Minneapolis just burn for weeks on end. Let a police station burn to the ground without calling for help, outside help, National Guard, you name it. Think about that. Anyway, this lady was saying that this is tyranny. This is tyranny against the people. We, the people. When she defied these orders and stayed open back up, she said within 24 to 48 hours, they came after her with vigor like you've never seen before. She said within 2 days, the health department was sent down. Everybody was sent down from the state that they could think of to shut her down. And they did. They shut her down. She faced 2 criminal cases, 5 civil cases. Yet no harm had been done to any customer. There were no violations, operating legally. She said she incurred tens of thousands of dollars in court fees, fines, 90-day jail sentence, which was the max they could have done. And they gave her the max to make an example out of her. Destroyed her business for standing up for her rights. She says, you will have tyranny. This guy's VP, if they're in with the camel, You will have tyranny at that level. It's a warning from her. She says tyranny was perpetrated on the American people in this instance, and it will be done on a mass scale if they're elected or if they're installed or whatever you want to call it. She said, you don't want tyranny at this level. Like I said, same guy that allowed, and she mentioned this too, that allowed during the riots, the looting with impunity, burning down, destruction of countless other businesses in Minneapolis. Now, this lady was located further south in the state, not near the big cities. She said, I'll never go back to Minneapolis. I'll never go to Minneapolis. I'll never go to those cities again, ever. It was just allowed to happen, encouraged to happen. I saw a video a while ago of during that time when he sent out, I guess they were police officers, I don't know, into this neighborhood that was getting after people that were out beyond curfew and shooting paintballs at people's houses. And people yelling at them, get in the house, get in the house, you're shut down. You're defying the shutdown orders. Now, at first, I was a little surprised that the Camel chose this guy as their VP candidate. Now, I'm not surprised. Now it all makes sense. It all makes sense because if she gets into office, she's gonna come with the double speak word salad, and nobody's gonna understand. And this guy's gonna be the hammer in the background, wheeling it and just wheeling it, slinging it. That's just the feeling I get. I mean, you know, past behavior is an excellent predictor of future behavior. 99.9% of the time. Okay? So I have no doubt that this will be tried on a national level. This will be attempted. Now, what will happen? I don't know. First of all, what will happen after she gets in? Because I think she is, and I know that may sound pessimistic. I'm going to vote. I'm going to vote, and you know who I'm voting for. I'm voting Trump, no doubt about it. Between these two, you know that's going to be Trump. I'm going to vote, do my part, and I'm going to know that I did my part on that. However, I think she's going to get in there, one way or another. They're going to make sure of it. And when that happens, y'all, what's going to happen then? First of all, I don't think there's going to be much of a reaction. And that sounds pessimistic too. But that's what I believe. I believe there'll be some grumbling. I believe there'll be some lashing out a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. But I don't think there's going to be much, you know, and I'm probably going to get on here again and say, where are the Republicans? Where's the outcry? Why aren't you investigating? Why aren't you doing this and that? Where are the Republicans? They're silent. They will be silent again. I guarantee you this will happen. And when she gets in there, y'all need to hold on. And I mean hold on tight. Because if you think Brandon slung it, Brandon didn't sling nothing much. His little, I don't know, whatever group that's running the show is doing, but this what's coming is going to pale in comparison. It's going to pale. It really is. And I know that might sound bad, that sounds negative and all that, but that's just what I'm feeling, and I'm being honest. And I don't know what else we can do to prepare. We need to prepare physically, mentally, and spiritually. Spiritually, number one, of course. Self-defense, oh yes, of course. What else? I don't know. But number one, I believe that she's going to get in there and there's not going to be much of a reaction. Number two, after that, when the stuff starts, whether that's going after the First Amendment, Second Amendment, or both at the same time, all the amendments, all your Bill of Rights, when that starts, and it won't take long, like day one, what's going to be the response then? I don't know. What do y'all think? It may be a time, there are times you need to go gray and just kind of ride it out. I don't know if we're going to have that. I don't know if that's going to be an option, y'all. And that's kind of always been in my mind. Well, if push comes to shove, I can just go gray, or gray as possible. I know it might be difficult for me. I'm on YouTube all the time, but as far as in person, physically, real life in person, go gray. You could do that, but I don't know if that's enough. I don't think it's enough, y'all. What do you think? I think we're going to be faced with more. I don't think we're going to have an option to just go gray and survive and be able to survive and still thrive. I don't know. Even if Trump gets in there, that'll be a battle. And say he does get in there in the last 4 years, what's after that? And I know that's like, well, dog, that's on down the road a bit. Yeah. Something to think about, though. We get to that bridge. We'll get to that. We'll get there. We'll cross that bridge and we get there, as they say, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to go to a passage because I'm sensing myself being too negative. I don't want to sound too overly negative, y'all. I know. I don't. But I think that's just being real right now. However, we do have good news. And that is God is in control, always on the throne, and is sovereign. And whatever happens for a reason. And it's all according to a plan. And I'm going to read again from John. The book of John, chapter 8. Make sure. Chapter 8, verse 12. Let me double check that. Yes. John, chapter 8, verse 12 says, "Again, therefore, Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in the darkness, but shall have the light of life." I'm going to read it one more time because this is profound. I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in the darkness, but shall have the light of life. An analogy to the sun that gives plant life and kind of life to the planet. The Lord our God, Jesus, provides life to us. He is life. And he will save us, is saving us, and loves you. And that's so powerful. We will not walk in darkness. We may have dark days. We may have dark people around us. We do. Oh Lord, we do. We do. And there's some dark characters running around, y'all. There's a lot of them. But we can rebuke that. And we got to keep the faith. Stay close to Jesus every day. Let's be safe out there. Let's keep doing what we can to prepare. God bless you. I will see you soon.